I shouldn't have gone live because my buddy Madge, my longest term Patreon subscriber, is having a day and wants to talk to me about it. Okay, weird story that he just told me. Hope that doesn't become a whole thing. I'm not going to relate it to you. There's none of your beeswax. It's also done raining. And for the future audience, you're going to hear me say this a whole bunch of times now, but I've had lunch. Which means I'm digging potato chips out of my teeths. My borked tooths. And then if we get to, I don't know, if we get to maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes where the show is over because of, hello, but if we get to maybe 10 or 15 minutes where the show is over because the technical difficulties with the chat not working, me having to come back in and out, I'm going to have to reset my Wi-Fi connection here in the next 15 or 20. If we get to 15 and we're not busy, I'll just start playing a game. Probably Dead Cells, but I've been thinking about Loop Hero all day. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to play tomorrow instead of Chrono Trigger. Maybe we play the first Dragon Quest or something. I don't know. I haven't decided. Maybe if I can make a few bucks heading into the weekend, I'll go ahead and pick up Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. That'd be fun. I'm trying to play through, sorry about doing this to you. I'm trying to play through all the games available on mobile that will more than likely work with my controller that also have finite amounts of story/gameplay. And then before I move into the games that potentially have infinite gameplay like Minecraft, I'll eventually play Minecraft. I might even have multiple Minecraft worlds going as I play on servers that friends are able to provide. But that's a game that's a game that I would really like to just have my chat, like knowing that my chat will consistently work, and then I could do that and this, and it would be very much the same experience for me, because I like to play peaceful. I don't want to deal with fucking creepers, man. Right. Thank the 7 of you for being here. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. I hope Madge is not sharing with me a tragedy that I don't want to hear about, and so that he's also baiting it for questions, but he knows I'm working. Hola, nuestra, ¿cómo estás? As far as I know, Ima, keep it real, my tent is fine. It's been raining balls for the last hour, so I'm hoping that little slit in it hasn't leaked water all over the inside of my tent. I hope I don't have to do laundry tomorrow. I'm great. I just ate lunch. Miss Gina from one of my previous streams sent me money to get lunch, so I went and I had a tuna salad sandwich. I was gonna go over to Taco Bell and it was raining balls, and of course as soon as I sat down to eat, it stops raining. So God said, no, you're not going to Taco Bell. You are going to eat a tuna salad sandwich today. And you're gonna get a secret wave from one of the pretty girls in the kitchen. So that was nice. Hello, T-Plaid. Hello, Kathy, with 2 Y's. Kathy. Or is it more like, Kathy, why? Or do I just sound like your mom now? I'm sorry I did that. I identify as being from North Carolina, but I'm in Ohio, T-Plaid. Ohio is in the U.S., if you're not familiar. I shouldn't tell this story, but Noistra kind of understands. I say kind of. Noistra understands the way the Shaggy dog works. The Shaggy dog story works when I'm doing it. And there's a particular girl here God tells me to eat tuna every day. Anyway, I'm 38, Kathy. Um, Hello again, Melanie. I shouldn't tell this story, but there's one of the girls in the kitchen that I may or may not have a crush on, and her boyfriend may or may not also work in the kitchen, and he may or may not hate my fucking guts. And so sometimes she sneaks little waves at me behind his back, and that makes me feel nice. Makes me feel like I'm not a ghost, not alive. Like, oh, I'm charged up with energy but it's more like, oh, I'm not invisible. That pretty girl waved at me. Hey, what's up, Ying? You see it, buddy. I'm hanging out in the Panera. We're talking. I'm telling school stories out of school because I've had lunch. But if you spit in my sandwich, I didn't notice. I don't think he would be unprofessional. He just also makes he. I'm doing great, Melanie. I hope you're doing great. He just finds excuses not to stand around and at my food to tell me to have a good day when I come to pick it up. Everybody else does. He doesn't. So I know he doesn't like me. But it might be my fault that he doesn't like me because I didn't know that they may or may not be dating. I didn't even know that they may or may not come to work together. And so when she asked me if I have a podcast and I said yes and gave her my information for my YouTube channel, um, and then he may or may not have gotten insecure. I don't know. They haven't confronted me. This is all projection. So it could all just be paranoia in my mind. But he most certainly does not like my fucking ass. Does not like my fucking ass. But he's a 20-something, and most of the 20-somethings that come through here that see me doing this and saying that this is how I pay for my food resent the fact that they have chosen to pay for their food by working for a mega corporation. Like I didn't, like, because, a 20-year-old can't conceive that, at 30 or at 38 years old, I haven't always been doing this. My favorite Final Fantasy Ying is a good question. It's hard to answer. First of all, they're all very different. And I like a few of them for different reasons. So two is my favorite to play. To just sit and play all the way through, two is my favorite. Six has my favorite narrative, but 10 is my favorite. So 6 and 10 are the two that I have played the fewest. That I've spent the least time in them because I don't want to um, burn. I don't ever play them to force myself through them. So when I'm content with the emotion of having played them, I move on. So I played the beginning of those two, 6 and 10, a lot. But 2 I've recently beaten again. 2 is so much fun to play, man. It's just fun to play. There we go. Brush your teeth, kids. Blood Bowl, for sure. I've played Blood Bowl on the tabletop before, not long enough to have a team, and I own the game, the computer, and they made a Switch port. I own it, and I'm terrible at it. I would house rules it to be different. Not much, Jeff Tuttle. Not much is up. I would house rules the shit out of it. I hate when you have an unsuccessful roll that you lose possession. I hate that. Like my blocker misses his block and now they have the football? What? No, if a blocker misses a block in the NFL, the play continues. Yeah, for sure. Did somebody say something that I didn't catch, Gage? Probably somebody that I muted already or something that I just can't see. But thank you for the support and the defense, Gage. You don't have to fight my fights for me, but thank you for standing up and saying I like his shit, or I like that he's doing his shit, even if I don't like what he's saying right now. Thank you. I'm doing my best to do something that nobody else is doing, so that more people will do what I'm doing, and then I can just watch. Uh, Blood Bowl is fun. I've been trying to figure out how to make an NFL, like American rules football, that makes sense as an RPG, like as a turn-based RPG, like XCOM or Final Fantasy Tactics for about a decade, and I can't figure out the rule sets. Um, I can't figure out how to make it work for myself. But Blood Bowl, I find the rules infuriating. I'm glad that other people like it. I'm glad it exists, but I find it infuriating. Super Mario Sluggers, the baseball game. Is it fun? I don't like baseball enough, but people really like their soccer game, their football game too. Yeah, when I walk up to Taco Bell, Gina, I'll take you with me. It's the same walk that I take to get home. But yeah, I'll turn you around. I might even end up singing to you because I sang on my walk up there. You might just have to cope with me not being a very good singer because I'm not going to skip out on it twice today. Yeah, for sure. For sure. No problem at all. It is the exact same walk, but you'll get to see the walk from the other direction. I've tried to keep my I've tried to keep my uh, base of operations, so to speak, uh, close by so that I'm not burning too many calories walking to get places. Because you know every calorie you burn to walk to get someplace is a calorie you have to replace. And hello, King Chase. Uh, Extraterrestrials? No, I don't believe that extraterrestrial alien intelligences have visited the Earth, Justin. No, I don't. But I am interested in the subject. Eventually, I'm going to play one of these video games that I play during the day when I'm not having, when the fountain isn't working, when the chat's not popping off. I'm going to play one of these games and listen to a conspiracy theory about aliens audiobook. So it's stuff I like to read. I used to enjoy reading it more. I get too annoyed about it now. I used to, that was my pleasure reading, was UFO conspiracies. And so I figure if I play a video game, I stream the video game, listen to the book, and then argue with the book for an hour, a few hours a day, um, I'll get through the book and I'll have material for the channel that should be amusing because I get passionate and I start saying bad words, and people like bad words. If you want a glimpse at what that looks like, I've done hate plays on the channel. I did a hate play of Sea of Stars, where that happened a lot. And then I did a hate reading of some of Jane Roberts, where I ended up doing that a lot. And then a couple nights ago, when I was listening to biblical critical theory, I started losing my shit over his arguments. So if you like that, if you want to see somebody very passionate about things that you might not care about at all, yeah, I watched yesterday. I went and I watched Weapons in the theater. Yang, yes, I did. Bible stuff gets messy fast, fast, Gina, and that was what I was getting upset about. Is the things, the argument that the guy in this book is 23 hours long. This book, the arguments that this guy was trying to make in biblical critical theory were wrong. They're wrong. You did change your PFP, Melanie. Do you have like the Rogue, uh, the Marvel character Rogue blonde streak thing going on? Yes, it bothers me too, Gina. I get very angry. I get very angry when people try to lie to me about archaeology and anthropology, and they say what the Bible says, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but the Bible isn't actual graves. Yeah, why are natives not written in the Bible? That whole Mormon position, if you're from the Pacific Northwest, has got to be one that you would prefer not to think about if you could. Dinosaurs isn't happening, says Kirk West. Yeah. It bugs you that they're not written in? Well, the authors of the Hebrew Bible weren't writing to or about Celts either. Well, the natives don't need their own. I hear what you're saying, but they have their own cultures, and they weren't literate cultures. Natives are important. Which mass extinction event, Kirkwest? There have been many mass extinction events. We are in the middle of a mass extinction event. More species are dying off right now than died off in many of the impact events. I hear you, Frank. I don't understand the critical thinking, the lack of critical thinking either. It's because they wrap themselves up in belief propositions that are mutually exclusive. I'm sure that natives wrote some books. I'm sure that there are Native Americans who have written books, but their cultures weren't literate, so they don't need. Yeah, I've been hearing that. I've been seeing that myself, more bees. They just weren't illiterate people. They were an oral people. So if they were to write down, if they were to write down their oral history, it stops being an oral history. Yes, the polar shifts that people have said have happened, but we have no evidence of. Yes, I have heard of that. I don't know what you're talking about. What books are you talking about? They wrote at least 8 books. The Native Americans were not illiterate people before Europeans came across the Atlantic. They weren't illiterate people. They didn't have an alphabet. They still don't have their own characters. They use Anglican, they use English letters. They don't have a written language. If individual natives have written, none of their tribes is a literate culture. I didn't say that natives should have their own book. Gina said that natives should have their own book. Kirkwest has got to go. Stupid people. I just have to go. Just trying to cause trouble. I'm so smart that I can repeat what you say in a sarcastic attitude, and that makes me smart. Go away. It's not even a pedant. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, well they're not in the Bible because the Bible isn't even writing about Britain Celts. There aren't Britain Celts in the Bible. There aren't Chinese in the Bible. There aren't Scythians in the Bible. The Bible is writing about its people to its people. I don't think anything about that stinker poo because it's not real. It's okay, Melanie. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Gina, is the Bible isn't one book, and trying to understand the Bible as anything other than a library that's it took a millennia to write is why you can't understand it. You have to take each book as its own thing, and then you have to understand that each book was written in an historical context by an historical person, a single person, okay? You can't prove a negative. I just said something's real. I can't prove that it's not real. I said something's not real. I can't prove it's not real. You can't. Yeah, you understand gnosis, Gina. You understand gnosis. You understand experience. Well, sure. Well, sure. Revelation is just sure. Yeah, sure. I'm not trying to boss you around. I've engaged with this stuff too much, so I can be bossy. I'm hearing what you're saying. Revelation was a prophecy about Emperor Vespasian, I think. Men, gay men just come around and neg you. I mean, you're a female. You know that men will just say some negative shit to you because they think that that's going to make you like them. The end of the world is a slow match. Well, it depends. Again, it depends. The end of the world is actually something that happens so fast that nobody knew it happened. It takes decades for anybody to realize that the world had ended. But When historians look back, they realize, oh, it actually took decades and centuries from the event for the world to actually, or before the event for the event to culminate. So it is slow, but for the people experiencing it, the death of America wasn't slow. When those planes hit that tower, those planes hit those tower, the dying happened like that. But we're still coming to realize that the dying happened, that the end happened. One second, my buddy is. He's telling me very, very concerning things. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Okay. Well, most of what you said is wrong, Roger Brooks. But Revelation was written to detail the end of a particular emperor's reign, and it all came to be because it happened. It was written after the reign. I'm in a yeah. I'm basically in an upscale McDonald's here. I'm in a Panera. Probably not Dixie. I don't know, Steve. It's all good, Gina. We are back down. The third temple thing needs to not happen, and the state of Israel won't ever do it because they don't actually have a backbone. The state of Israel is too happy to exist to actually do the things that it has been promising to do for 4,000 years. The state of Israel is not that old. The Jewish identity isn't even that old. Yeah, and that it's hard to believe that stuff, Gina. It's better to believe that stuff is just made up to keep us scared. I don't know, Steve. What do you mean question? Why do so many people question? What are you talking about question one man's life? Nobody questions Jesus' life. I have a couple of mods, Ying. They're not around right now. I actually meant the Jewish identity of Israel. Um, the Israeli kingdoms of the Bronze Age didn't exist. The are a fiction. Bronze Age Israeli kingdom is a fiction. I try to have no opinion on British people because they're assholes. So I try to have no opinion and just take everyone on an individual basis. I don't know where these people come from. Like, where did they come from? Like, why didn't your parents hit you more often? Do your parents love you that little? Well, Steve Banno, what you found is the mute button, my friend. Good job. Ugh. Like, there's just not enough weed in the world. There's just not enough concussions in the world for me to get from I can conceive of how they thought that that sentence was something that they could share to sharing it. I don't know how. I wish I could, but there is just not enough blunt force trauma to the cranium to make me understand these people. My favorite song is Tool's Lateralis. Yeah, my single favorite song is Tool's Lateralis. Okay. Parabola, that's second. If you were to ask me what my favorite Tool song is, I would have told you Parable Parabola or The Patient. But my favorite song is Lateralis. Spiral Out. Invincible might be their best collective work, sure. I think that Seven is, but of course the most recent record is usually the most technically proficient record that a band has released. Catatonia's most recent record sucks. No, I don't believe in karmic justice, Monk. I don't believe in karmic justice. I don't listen to Tool very much either. Not anymore, Melanie, but they used to be the only thing that I listened to, especially in high school. Maynard was my father figure. A typo is a typo, darling. Don't worry about it. I knew what you meant. I've been on the internet for so damn long. I don't like Primus Wilco. I like Godsmack's first two records. I don't like their new stuff. I like Korn's singles. Korn's singles are fine. I don't need to listen to any more Korn than what they've released on the radio, and I don't need to listen to two Korn songs in a row. No, I do not like Primus. I find I find the whole band, but I find the bassist extremely fucking annoying. Just as a human being, he's from Asheville. I lived in Asheville for a while, and he's a pretentious dickhead. I know that saying Primus sucks means that you like them. I didn't say they suck. They're a very technically proficient band. I just think it sounds like shit. I don't know what Ryan Upchurch is, Gina. Don't tell me what to do, Sarah. Don't tell me what to do. Tennessee country rapper, fair enough. I don't listen to rap. I find the sound of Primus annoying to hear. Alright. Don't tell me what to do. And I don't know what that means, so I don't know what you're trying to trap me into saying. Yeah, I'm so threatened by your evil Damon face. No, I don't know what it means. It's probably some racist bullshit, probably some pro-Palestine nonsense that doesn't need to come out of my mouth. Heard that. Definitely doesn't need to come out of my mouth then. The trolls come and go. I'm not worried about it. This is as much for them as for everyone else. The future audience likes it when I go troll smasher mode. Sex pests are a no. Of any gender. Sex pests are a no. I don't want to see it. You have a nice too. No. I don't have nice hair, but thank you, Loco Runner. I thought you were telling me to have a nice day. Oh, my day is going great, Zoinks. Usually when people say things like that, they're saying goodbye, Wilco. So I thought you were saying goodbye and I stopped reading the sentence, and that's on me. I don't have nice hair, though. Hello, Rob. Hello. Yeah, that's why we get rid of Sex Pest, because we don't know how old we are. We don't just assume that everybody is appropriate. My haircut's horrible. My haircut looks like I shaved my head with a beard trimmer while I was dying of heat stroke. So it is very clearly your favorite band. I don't like Scars on Broadway. You heard me say it. I don't like Darian Malakian's voice. But Holy Mountain is one of the best songs ever written. I can't do Rammstein either. The sexually explicit nature of their live show and music is something that it's not for me. But I wouldn't say that you're not allowed it. Love what you love. Just don't play it on the car or in the car while we're together if you don't want me to be making this face the whole way. It's your car. Play what you want. Now seems like a good time to vacuum. Oh, it's 6:30. I didn't realize it was so late in the day. I thought it was like 3 p.m. I've been doing this for a long time today. That's cool. I don't know who my favorite bands are anymore. I've been listening to just a lot of shit. I've been listening to like a lot of Black Label Society and Metallica, which is something that 2 years ago I would have told you I actively didn't like. So I no longer know what my favorite bands are. I don't know that band either. Mother, I don't know that band. But you feel very strongly about them, is what I'm trying to say. Metallica are a great band. I Part of the condition of my parole with this woman that I lived with most recently was I kind of insisted that she replace my bass that she made me abandon to come live with her. So she bought me a bass, and I was learning how to play bass. And obviously, I love metal, so you go to Metallica because those are songs that you think you know. I was in a tent this morning. I will be in a tent later tonight. I have been in a tent every morning and night since the end of September 2024 woke up. Um, and the stories of the Metallica bassists are too legendary to avoid, right? And so I accidentally fell in love with Jason Newsted as a human being. He's one of my personal heroes now. Oh gosh, Melanie, take care of yourself, darling. Make sure that you're getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Know what your body needs, but please make sure you just can't get that sleep back. Please take care of yourself, Melanie. I appreciate all your support, and I really do appreciate that you wanted to see me hit 500 today. That personal involvement in my journey is the magic. That's the magic. The magic is the participation. So if I'm a wizard on any level, if I'm working magic in public on any level of abstraction, the magic is the participation. It's that I can get people to stop by and be civil on the internet even. Hello, CD. I hope your day's going well. And so it's about determination and it's about patience, right? We all have to endure these fucking trolls. And then, sure, it's got to be frustrating when I get on a roll and then they stop me, which is the whole point. I'm not into crime, Wilco. Crime is for criminals. I am an intellectual. I have better things to do than harm people. I'm doing all right, CD. I'm a little impatient with the quality of human being that frequents the internet, but that's what we're here to do. Is a felon. Never said I'm a felon. Hello, Zoran. Is that Iranian? Or is that Eastern European? Is it Savage? So it's probably Eastern European. I have a couple of mods, CD, but I don't know enough human beings that I trust to give that duty to, that power. Come to think of it, I should have given Mr. S mod last night while he was in the chat. I don't have parole, Wilco. Why am I continuing to speak to you? Oh, the condition that I said the terms of the. I said that it was the. Jesus, you guys are so fucking dumb. You're either so fucking dumb or so fucking autistic that my artistic use of the term, my terms of conditions of my parole with that woman, and you thought I meant that I had parole with the state of Ohio. I would have said the terms of conditions with the state of Ohio. It was a figure of speech. Yes, I kind of look like Jim Carrey, professional man stealer. That one really upset me. That one actually annoyed me. Like that one actually got under my skin, and that one, the trolls all day have been trying to get an emotional response out of me to actually get out of under, and that one shouldn't have. But I thought I was being clever. It's a figure of speech when you say to a woman whose house you were trapped in for 4 years, you cosmic asshole. Okay. Which joke is that, Alec? I gotta get myself under control. Yeah, the Audible, I don't know how Audible is a company. Kyle, KJ, Alec, it's great to see you guys. But I don't know how Audible remains a company. Paying them money used to be you used to have a second party app. I'm doing great, PPP. It's great to see you. Ah, yes, the number of people who have told me that I look like Jim Carrey today. I'm breathing. Yeah, that's what's actually happening right now. Is I'm reminding myself to breathe because for a second I forgot to breathe, and I let myself for just a second lose my temper. We're good now. We're back to good. I'm going to start laughing about it that I let myself lose my temper over that. That's what a stupid thing to get upset about. I'm almost embarrassed, but I'm really not. Oh, wow. Oh my god. I can't believe he actually thought. I know, KJ. I didn't mean to. For just a second, I didn't mean to. Yes, sleep deficiency is connected to all of those things, Laka. For just a second, I lost control of what I was doing. Yeah, keep smiling. It's. I didn't mean to. He got me, and it's funny. It is funny. He got me. If I were in somebody else's, if I were just watching, I would laugh. I'm in a Panera right now, CD, and so I would have laughed at my explosion if I had witnessed it. So I can move on with my life pretty quickly from it. Oh my God, I didn't even remember that I had said that. I haven't kept up with nanotech because the last time I heard anything about nanotech, we were 10 years away from 10 years away, and I stopped listening to my science sources around the time that nanotech was being a realizable goal. Give me just a second. I'm going to put away my plate. I have The fortune is good, PPP. I've made $9. I've had lunch. It's actually a very good day. You guys all just happened to see me blow up on one guy because he caught me off guard. I thought that I had actual parole because I said the terms and the conditions of my parole. Usually when you have terms and conditions, it's for a ransom. I really just thought that I was being clever, and I don't really know where we're at as far as. Well, take care, CD. Heard that. Keep smiling. Always welcome to the UK for sure. I'm gonna be laughing about that for the rest of the day now. I'm gonna end up telling that story to Mr. S. That one caught me completely off guard, and then I got defensive about my art, and I yelled at a stranger. Madge, I know you won't see this, but you've got this under control, buddy. It's not complexifying out of your control. You knew that the things that are happening right now. Energy weapons versus plasma. I don't know the difference in an energy weapon and a plasma, Justin. I would be willing to listen to you talk about it. I would genuinely not. And I mean, I would watch your channel, but that would probably not happen today. Yeah, too smooth brain. That I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. He